The life of King Abdullah of Jordan and his family is a little more complex than what you might imagine when you think of royalty. Sure, they have wealth beyond all comprehension and lead lives that most people can only dream of, but their lives are also rooted in tradition, altruism, and a passionate love for their homeland. So let's take a look inside the wealthiest family in Jordan, shall we? The affairs of Jordan are mostly managed by the royal family, and let me tell you, this particular family is one to watch. King Abdullah bin al-Hussein, the country's current ruler, is the leader of the royal family. With sharp attire and good looks that could launch 1,000 ships, this guy has it all. It's understandable why he has captured so many hearts, especially of his beautiful wife, Queen Rania. In 1992, the two first met at a dinner gathering and fell in love, and the rest, as they say, is history. King Abdullah is one of 10 children in the large Abdullah family, which also includes 4 brothers and 6 sisters. Abdullah instantly became the crown prince because he was his father's first child. As they say, like father, like son, King Abdullah was exactly the same as his father, and in this instance, nothing could be more accurate. Abdullah assumed the throne in 1999 following the untimely death of his father, King Hussein, and has ruled the country with an iron fist ever since. Oh, and did we also mention that they are parents to 4 kids? Princesses Aman, Salma, and Hashim, as well as Crown Prince Hussein. This family's goal is to raise the next generation of royals, as well as to rule the country. With a family this big, they're not just sitting around in their lavish palaces, but making moves and taking names to continue their legacy. And with that, let's spill the tea on the luxurious life of this royal family. Abdullah had excellent military training and education at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst in the United Kingdom before taking the throne. He had numerous other military posts as well, including as First Lieutenant Platoon Commander and Assistant Commander of the 40th Armored Brigade. Abdullah is also a graduate of Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., with a degree in international relations. He is a multifaceted leader. Talking about the Queen of King Abdullah, she earned a degree in business administration at the American University in Cairo, and then continued her education at the University in Jordan in English literature. Queen Rania then worked in the banking industry, beginning as a marketer at Citibank before moving on to a position at Apple Incorporated. She didn't grow up with a spoon of gold in her mouth, but yet became a rich, successful woman with hard work, determination, and wise financial planning. Just like the parents, the royal offspring not only stand out for their good looks, but for their intelligence and charm deserving of royalty. As soon as she was crowned queen, Rania's keen business sense and financial acumen became apparent. She invested heavily in a variety of industries, including telecommunications and tourism, which contributed to her rising net worth over time. Her capacity to recognize opportunities and make wise investments proved to be a winning formula for her wealth as well as for the nation's economy. Just like the parents, the royal offspring not only stand out for their good looks, but for their intelligence and charm deserving of royalty. The Crown Prince Hussein was born on 28th of June 1994. He graduated from the Royal Military Academy of Sandhurst in 2017, where he received training in military tactics and leadership. As the director of the Crown Prince Foundation, Hussein is the driving force behind some incredible technical and humanitarian initiatives. He has ably supported his father on countless domestic and foreign tours. Hussein made history in 2015 by becoming the youngest ever chairman of a UN Security Council meeting at the age of 20. To cap it all off, in 2017, after completing his studies at Sandhurst, Hussein made history again by electrifying the audience with his address to the UN General Assembly. Above all, he is a down-to-earth person who loves sports. Princess Iman, the eldest daughter of the royals, was born on 27th of September 1996. She is a beautiful vision of beauty with her long, flowing hair and polite demeanor. But following in the footsteps of her older brother, she has shown the public at large that she is much more than just a gorgeous face. She attended Georgetown University for her undergraduate studies before transferring to the Parsons School of Design in New York. She has a vision of creating a positive impact on the world with education. She is an accomplished rider who loves horses and has represented Jordan in international equestrian contests. Princess Iman is also a style star in her own right. Whether she's wearing a lavish couture gown or a traditional Jordanian faux, she always looks effortlessly stylish. Princess Iman has maintained her modesty despite her position as a royal, supporting women's rights causes, promoting health programs, encouraging education, and participating in philanthropic visits to orphanages. The third offspring of King Abdullah and Queen Rania is Princess Salma. She was born on 26 September 2000 with her reserved personality. She is the opposite of her mother, however, don't let her quietness fool you. When it comes to education, she has always been the topper of her class, and she has also graduated from the Royal Military Academy, where in 2018 she was commissioned as the second lieutenant. She also became the first female pilot in Jordan Air Force. It is reasonable to assume that Princess Salma is as intelligent as she is gorgeous. Speaking of beauty, have you seen the princess's jewelry collection? It is filled with exquisite items that dazzle and shine in the light, making anyone envious. The next time you consider monarchy, consider more than just tiaras and tea parties. Keeping Jordan's Princess Salma as a role model for brilliance, flair, and compassion in your mind. Last but not the least is Prince Hashim of the royal family, who just like his other siblings is multilingual and has keen interest in sports. He has been commissioned as a second lieutenant and attends the royal boarding school in Madaba in the Royal Jordanian Army. The little prince has demonstrated that he is prepared to follow in his parents' and brothers' footsteps. Apart from their personal lives, King Abdullah has made a number of investments in several industries, including real estate to finance to telecommunications. The Arab Bank, one of the biggest financial institutions in the Middle East, is among their most famous investments. A 14,000-square-foot mansion in Malibu's Billionaire's Beach with 9 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms, a spa, a gym, a movie theater, and an infinity pool. And not to mention the ultra-luxury condo in Georgetown, Washington, D.C., with panoramic views of the Potomac River, have all been added to King Abdullah portfolio for over a hopping $100 million. Let's just say that the king is a pro at real estate, as seen by his several properties across the world, including a few expensive homes in London and a fancy home in Ascot, one of the fanciest cities in England. But before we get caught up into the expenses of the royal family, let me tell you briefly about the company King Abdullah owns. We do know that they've made investments in some major players, including the Jordan Investment Commission (JIC), which promotes national investment opportunities. Along with that, the state of Jordan owns the central bank, which has $17 million worth of foreign exchange reserves, and they even struck a mind-blowing $7 billion deal with China. The family owns Royal Aircraft, Jordanian Airlines, one of their most intriguing investments in the aviation sector, which offers service to destinations throughout the globe. Another most notable investment is in the telecommunications sector, where King Abdullah's investment has helped them mass net worth estimated to be in billions. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the royal family is their dedication to preserving Jordan's cultural heritage. They have founded numerous cultural centers and museums across the nation. In addition to their financial investments, the royal family is also active in the hospitality industry, owning a number of hotels, including the opulent Four Seasons Hotel in Amman. It's difficult to estimate King Abdullah's exact net worth, because much of it is linked to private holdings and investments. There is no surprise there, because the royal family likes to keep things private. Although estimations place his net worth at roughly $750 million and that of Queen Rania at about $35 million. Both the king and queen have received their fair share of awards for their philanthropic work, their commitment, dedication, and loyalty to their nation. Let us just say that the royal pair is the match made in heaven, who together have also received praise for their efforts to advance harmony and stability in the Middle East. Let's raise a glass to these two generous rulers whose hearts are as huge as their kingdoms or perhaps even bigger.